You've probably been told that nuts are one of the healthiest snacks you can eat, and for many people that's true. They're packed with protein, fiber, and healthy fats that fuel the body. But here's what most people don't realize. Not all nuts are created equal, and for seniors over 65, some of the most popular nuts can silently work against you. Instead of helping your heart, they can clog your arteries. Instead of protecting your joints, they can trigger swelling. And instead of boosting your energy, they can actually leave you more tired and achy than before. This is especially important for older adults because after 60, your metabolism slows, your arteries stiffen, and your digestion becomes more sensitive. What your body could tolerate at 30 or 40 can now quietly sabotage your health at 65 or 70. Today, we're counting down 4 nuts you should avoid immediately if you're over 65, and what to eat instead for stronger muscles, healthier joints, sharper memory, and lasting independence. Make sure you watch closely because the nut sitting at number 1 is often labeled as a superfood, yet for many seniors, it's quietly draining vitality every single day. So let's begin with number 4, cashews, the kidney stone trigger. Cashews are often marketed as a creamy, luxurious nut. They blend easily into sauces, they taste delicious roasted, and many people even use them as a dairy replacement in cheese or milk alternatives. But for seniors over 65, cashews can be more harmful than helpful. The biggest concern lies in their oxalate content. Oxalates are natural compounds found in many plants, but cashews are particularly high in them. Why does that matter? Because oxalates bind to calcium in the body, and when they do, they can form crystals. For younger people with strong kidneys, this may not be an issue, but after 60, kidney function naturally declines. The National Institute on Aging explains that blood filtration slows with age and kidneys become less efficient at flushing waste. For seniors, this means oxalates from cashews can easily contribute to painful kidney stones. Think about it like this. Imagine pouring sand into your sink drain every single day. At first, the water still runs through, no problem, but over time, the sand builds up, clogs form, and suddenly your sink is overflowing. That's exactly what cashew oxalates can do in aging kidneys. One day you're fine, the next you're doubled over with sharp pain that sends you to the emergency room. But the risks don't stop there. Cashews are also surprisingly high in calories, and because they're softer and creamier than other nuts, it's easy to overeat them. Just one handful can pack 150-200 calories, mostly from fat. Seniors with slower metabolisms may find that regular cashew snacking quickly adds stubborn weight around the belly. And belly fat is one of the most dangerous forms of fat because it's linked to heart disease, diabetes, and even memory decline. Another hidden danger with cashews is how they're processed. The shells of raw cashews actually contain a toxic oil called urushiol, the same compound found in poison ivy. Commercial cashews are always roasted or steamed to remove it, but poor processing or cheap imports can leave traces behind, which may irritate sensitive stomachs or trigger skin reactions in seniors. Now, you may be wondering, if cashews are so risky, what can you eat instead? The smarter swap for seniors is walnuts. Unlike cashews, walnuts are rich in omega-3 fatty acids, which fight inflammation and protect the heart. They also have a much lower oxalate load, making them friendlier to the kidneys. And research from Harvard has shown that seniors who regularly eat walnuts have sharper memory and lower risks of cardiovascular decline. Think of walnuts as the brain-boosting nut. They even look like tiny brains, with 2 hemispheres and a wrinkled surface. And that's not just a coincidence. Their fatty acid profile mirrors what your brain needs to stay sharp, especially after 65. So next time you reach for a handful of cashews, swap them for walnuts instead. Your kidneys will thank you, your waistline will thank you, and your brain will too. When you picture the difference, it's like carrying a heavy bag of rocks up the stairs versus carrying a light, balanced backpack. Cashews weigh you down with oxalates, hidden toxins, and extra calories. Walnuts lift you up with clean fuel for your heart and brain. And for seniors, that difference can mean the ability to keep climbing stairs on your own for years to come. Number 3, peanuts, the silent inflammation bomb. Peanuts are the most popular nut in the world, though technically they aren't nuts at all. They're legumes, in the same family as beans and lentils. But here's the problem. For seniors over 65, peanuts can be one of the most inflammatory foods you can snack on, and most people have no idea. Let's start with aflatoxins. These are toxic compounds produced by a type of mold that often grows on peanuts. Even when processed, stored, and packaged, trace levels can remain. And while a younger body can often handle small amounts without issue, seniors with weaker detox systems may not. Research from the National Cancer Institute shows that long-term exposure to aflatoxins is linked to liver damage and even cancer risk. But even before it gets to that level, low doses can quietly irritate the gut, trigger inflammation, and worsen fatigue. Think of it like tiny sparks landing on a dry forest floor. One or two may not cause trouble, but over time, those sparks add up, and suddenly you're dealing with a fire. For older adults, peanuts are those sparks, slowly fueling inflammation that shows up as swollen joints, stiffer mornings, and slower recovery after even light activity. But that's not the only problem with peanuts. They're also high in omega-6 fatty acids. While omega-6s are essential in small amounts, the modern diet already provides far too many of them. According to Harvard research, a high omega-6 to omega-3 ratio is directly tied to chronic inflammation, heart disease, and faster aging of cells. For seniors, this imbalance often shows up as stiff knees, brain fog, and higher blood pressure. And here's something most people never realize. Peanuts are one of the most common food allergens in the world. Even if you've never been officially allergic, mild sensitivities often appear later in life. They can manifest as bloating, itchy skin, sinus congestion, or even unexplained fatigue. Many seniors chalk these issues up to just getting older, when in reality, it's the peanuts in their trail mix or peanut butter that are quietly draining their vitality. Now, let's talk about peanut butter. Many seniors enjoy it daily, often believing it's a healthy, protein-packed snack. But store-bought peanut butter is often loaded with added oils, sugar, and salt. Hydrogenated oils in particular create trans fats, which are among the most damaging fats for the heart and blood vessels. For someone over 65, eating this regularly is like putting sludge into your car engine. The gears don't turn smoothly, your circulation slows, and your energy tanks. So, what should you eat instead? The smarter swap for seniors is almond butter or raw almonds themselves. Unlike peanuts, almonds are not legumes. They're true nuts, and they come with a nutritional profile that actively supports healthy aging. Almonds are packed with vitamin E, one of the most powerful antioxidants for brain and skin health. In fact, a study published in the Journal of the American Medical Association found that seniors who ate almonds regularly had slower rates of cognitive decline. Almonds are also a better balance of fats, with more heart-protective monounsaturated fat and far fewer inflammatory omega-6s. They help stabilize blood sugar, which is especially important for seniors with prediabetes or type 2 diabetes. And unlike peanuts, almonds are very low in mold contamination risk. Think of almonds as the clean fuel option. If peanuts are like dirty gasoline that clogs the engine, almonds are like premium fuel that keeps everything running smoothly. Seniors who make this swap often notice less morning stiffness, clearer thinking, and steadier energy throughout the day. Here's a practical way to make the switch. If you're used to peanut butter on toast, try almond butter with a sprinkle of cinnamon. If you snack on roasted peanuts, try a handful of raw almonds with a couple of dark chocolate squares. You'll still get that satisfying crunch, but instead of fueling inflammation, you'll be nourishing your body with anti-aging compounds. The truth is, peanuts may seem harmless, but for seniors over 65, they can quietly steal away mobility and independence. Imagine choosing between waking up with stiff, swollen hands that make it hard to button your shirt, or waking up limber enough to tie your own shoes and walk out the door with confidence. That's the power of this simple swap. Number 2, pecans. Calorie-dense, protein-poor. Think about the last time you enjoyed a slice of pecan pie or grabbed a handful of pecans as a snack. They're rich, buttery, and comforting. For many seniors, pecans are a favorite because they feel indulgent yet natural, but here's what most people don't realize. Pecans, while technically a nut, are one of the least efficient foods for aging muscles. They're loaded with calories and fat, yet surprisingly light on protein. And for seniors, that imbalance can quietly work against your strength and independence. The National Institute on Aging highlights that after 60, the body naturally loses muscle mass, a condition called sarcopenia. Protein becomes more important than ever because it's the building block that keeps muscles firm, legs steady, and posture upright. But a single ounce of pecans, about 19 halves, gives you just 3 grams of protein. That's far less than what your body needs to repair tissue and maintain strength. On the flip side, that same ounce delivers nearly 200 calories, almost all from fat. Here's the real danger. When your calorie intake climbs without enough protein, the body stores the excess as fat. More fat means more pressure on already tired joints, slower metabolism, and higher risk of type 2 diabetes. It's like filling a car with fuel but forgetting the oil. You've got energy, but nothing to protect the engine. Over time, that imbalance wears the body down. Many seniors don't connect pecans with their swollen knees or stiff back, but the truth is that extra weight adds up quickly. Just 2 ounces of pecans a day can sneak in almost 400 calories. That's the same as eating a cheeseburger, but without the satisfying protein to keep you full. So instead of steady energy, you end up with blood sugar swings, afternoon crashes, and late-night cravings, and the cycle repeats. But there's a better alternative that works with your aging body instead of against it: pistachios. These little green gems may not seem as luxurious as pecans, but they pack a far more powerful punch for seniors over 65. 1 ounce of pistachios, about 49 kernels, delivers 6 grams of protein, twice as much as pecans, and with fewer calories. They also contain a rare combination of antioxidants including lutein and zeaxanthin, which Harvard researchers note are essential for protecting aging eyes from macular degeneration. That's not just about vision, it's about preventing falls, driving safely, and keeping your independence. Pistachios are also rich in potassium, an overlooked mineral that helps balance blood pressure and reduce cramping. Seniors often struggle with nighttime leg cramps or stiff hands in the morning, and low potassium is a major culprit. A serving of pistachios gives you more potassium than half a banana, making them a practical snack for joint and muscle support. But here's where pistachios really shine. They're one of the few nuts that contain significant amounts of fiber and prebiotics, feeding the healthy bacteria in your gut. And a healthy gut doesn't just help digestion. Studies from Stanford have shown that gut health directly influences inflammation levels in the body. Lower inflammation means less swelling in the joints, fewer flare-ups of arthritis, and more freedom of movement. Imagine replacing your afternoon pecan snack with a small handful of pistachios. Instead of feeling sluggish and heavy, you'd feel nourished, satisfied, and steady. Instead of swelling around the knees, you'd notice less stiffness and easier steps. Instead of late-night hunger pangs, you'd feel balanced enough to sleep deeply. That's the difference a smarter nut choice can make. This isn't about demonizing pecans entirely. Having them on special occasions is fine, but for seniors over 65, daily habits matter more than ever. Every bite either supports your independence or chips away at it. Pecans fill you up with empty calories, while pistachios fill you up with muscle-building, inflammation-fighting power. The choice is simple, but the impact is life-changing. Think about the things you love most: walking without pain, picking up your grandchild, tending your garden, or getting out of bed with energy. Pecans won't help you get there, but pistachios might. So the next time you're reaching for a snack, ask yourself, will this keep me strong, mobile, and independent? If the answer is yes, you'll know you've chosen wisely. Number 1. Macadamia nuts, the hidden weight gain. Nut macadamia nuts are often called the luxury nut. They're buttery, rich, and marketed as a heart-healthy indulgence. For many people over 65, they feel like a guilt-free snack compared to cookies or chips. But here's what most seniors don't realize. Macadamias may taste elegant, but when eaten regularly, they quietly work against your energy, your metabolism, and even your joints. Why? Because macadamia nuts are among the most calorie-dense nuts on the planet. Just one small handful, about 10 to 12 nuts, delivers nearly 200 calories and over 20 grams of fat. And here's the issue: that fat is mostly monounsaturated, which is good in moderation, but macadamias lack the omega-3 balance that older joints and hearts desperately need. It's like fueling your car with premium gasoline, but leaving the oil tank empty. The engine might run for now, but the wear and tear build up silently. Another hidden problem is protein, or rather, the lack of it. As we age, muscle mass naturally declines, a process called sarcopenia. Protein becomes your shield against weakness, falls, and loss of independence. Most nuts provide a modest protein boost, but macadamias barely give you 2 grams per serving. That means if you're choosing them as your daily snack, you're filling up on fat and calories without giving your muscles the raw materials they need to stay strong. And the trouble doesn't end there. Macadamias are also low in fiber compared to other nuts. Fiber isn't just about digestion, it helps regulate blood sugar, supports heart health, and keeps cholesterol levels in check. Without it, the calorie load from macadamias can more easily translate into weight gain, blood sugar spikes, and sluggish circulation. For seniors already fighting creeping belly fat or borderline diabetes, this can quietly tip the scales in the wrong direction. There's another overlooked challenge with macadamias: satiety. Because they're so rich and high in fat yet low in protein and fiber, they don't keep you full for very long. You may eat a handful, feel satisfied for a moment, but within an hour or two, hunger creeps back. This often leads to overeating, and when each small portion is already calorie-dense, those extra handfuls add up quickly. Over weeks or months, that's how subtle weight gain begins, the kind that leaves your joints feeling heavier, your walks a little shorter, and your energy a little lower. So what's the better alternative? Almonds. Unlike macadamias, almonds pack a balance of protein, fiber, and healthy fats. Just 1 ounce of almonds gives you 6 grams of protein, more than triple what macadamias offer. They're also rich in magnesium, a mineral that supports nerve function, muscle strength, and bone density, 3 things that matter more than ever after 65. Think about what that means for your daily life. Snacking on almonds instead of macadamias means more steady energy, fewer mid-afternoon crashes, and stronger muscles to help you climb stairs or get up from a chair with confidence. Almonds also contain vitamin E, one of the most powerful antioxidants for protecting your brain and skin from the oxidative stress of aging. There's even evidence from Harvard nutrition studies showing that people who include almonds regularly in their diet have better cholesterol numbers and lower cardiovascular risk. For seniors, that translates into fewer worries about swollen ankles, less breathlessness on walks, and a stronger, more reliable heart. Now imagine this simple swap. Instead of sitting down with a small bowl of macadamias, you grab a handful of almonds. Instead of feeding your body empty calories, you're fueling it with muscle-building protein, cholesterol-lowering fiber, and protective antioxidants. Over time, that's the difference between feeling heavier, slower, and more inflamed, or feeling lighter, stronger, and sharper. Macadamias might feel like a luxury, but almonds deliver lasting strength. Another key difference is how your body responds after eating them. Seniors who snack on macadamias often feel sluggish, weighed down by fat-heavy calories that provide little fuel for muscles or the brain. In contrast, almonds release their energy more steadily thanks to their balance of protein, fiber, and healthy fats. This steadier release means fewer sugar crashes, fewer naps you don't want to take, and more hours in the day where you feel alert and capable. It's not just about avoiding a bad nut, it's about choosing the one that keeps you independent. You've just discovered how the nuts you choose can either quietly sabotage your health or protect your independence after 65. And if there's one thing this video proves, it's that small daily choices make the biggest difference. Food isn't just fuel, it's information for your body. Every bite tells your joints whether to swell or heal, every snack tells your heart whether to strain or relax, and every handful tells your brain whether to fog or stay sharp. Think back to the foods we talked about. Some of them seem innocent because we've been eating them for decades. Others are marketed as healthy without anyone mentioning the hidden risks. But now, you know the truth. The nuts you avoid and the ones you choose instead can either steal your energy or return it. They can either weigh your body down or lift you up. Here's what I want you to remember. Aging does not have to mean decline. You are not doomed to weaker bones, slower steps, or constant stiffness. But your body is asking for help. And the help is not in complicated diets or expensive supplements. It's in these small, powerful food swaps that bring down inflammation, strengthen memory, and give you back the confidence to keep living life on your own terms. Imagine what happens when you take this knowledge and put it into practice. You start avoiding the foods that quietly work against you, and instead, you choose the ones that nourish you deeply. Within weeks, your joints feel lighter, your energy lasts longer, and your mind feels more awake. That's not theory. That's the daily reward of aligning your diet with your body's real needs. So here's my challenge for you. Don't just watch this video and move on. Take one simple step today. Maybe it's replacing your evening cashew snack with walnuts. Maybe it's tossing out that trail mix that's been causing more harm than good. The point is to act. Now, I'd love to hear from you. Which one of these swaps are you going to try first? Let me know in the comments below. Because the habit you start today could be the very one that keeps you strong, mobile, and independent for years to come.